guess first and foremost, we'll go over the recap of the last meeting. Just briefly, real brief, we kind of discussed the program at a real high level, which is 4 lenses. I know, Jeremy, you're probably not too well versed in it, but Sal will pretty much get us all up to speed on it in the next couple of minutes.
Well, in the Air National Guard, we have this thing called 4 lenses, personality, temperament, and what it does is I work at Hartford Insurance. I'm a loss control manager. Prior to being a loss control manager, I was selected to attend a leadership development program called Emerging Leaders. In an Emerging Leader program, the Hartford searches out individuals throughout the Hartford that appear to have future potential for leadership roles at the Hartford. Yeah, guaranteed you'll take the book, you bring it home, and you'll test your spouses, you'll test your kids. What I saw in that program was, one, as far as the training was excellent. It taught you how to be a leader, what it means to be a leader, and what it means to be to use leadership in various situations. I saw it as something that perhaps we could use in the Air Guard to also recognize future leaders, okay? And the whole idea of this whole process is to identify individuals that are currently not in leadership roles, but somewhere in the future may be leaders.
This is my, I guess, 5th agenda item.
Chief Pecorella, we're very fortunate to have him as a traditional guardsman in the state HRA position. He's brought a program from the Hartford, where here, what it means to us at the wing is, in order to recognize individual skill sets out in the wing, it's invaluable to me to have something where you can spotlight an individual for his skill sets and what they have learned. In this case, in the Chapter 7 meeting, this is what I plan on doing with this skill that I've learned here, both in the military, but also at my civilian job, and how this will help me there.
The proposal was to the generals and the wing commander was that an individual will be selected to make a presentation at our Chapter 7 meetings. Chapter 7 is the Air National Guard Non-Commissioned Academy and Graduate Association. So they would make a 5-minute presentation on leadership, team building, professional military education, or something that has a play on leadership.
I'm going to go try it real quick, okay?
Okay.
It should be said, right? Okay, thanks. A leader is not just a manager. A leader is somebody that actually takes the front, that goes to the front, and people follow. And they follow with great trust, great confidence. When I spoke at the Emergent Leader, like I said, it was a great experience. I also was applying for a first shirt position, which I did for the Logistics Readiness Squadron. When I went, it was a really good experience because when I spoke here, and then when I went to apply, the chief was there and a couple other people that were here. So the exposure here, I think, really got me recognized. So when I went in front of the board, they knew who I was. They knew what my thoughts were. They knew what my plans were. They knew how I felt, how I considered what a leader was and what I wanted it to be, and how I held the NCOs at a very high level. This program actually lets me be exposed to people, whereas in my job, I may be sitting in a cubicle. Maintenance could be sitting, inside the airplane or behind a little desk doing electronics. And sometimes they're not put in that position to be able to show their leadership skills and what they understand, what they know, what they could be. And when I spoke, it's just a time to bring all that out to light.
In the audience, you have our general, Assistant Adjutant General Air, we have our wing commander, we have the vice wing commander, and we have many of the group commanders throughout the North Carolina Air National Guard. We also have first shirts, chiefs, the command chiefs, all attend these meetings. And so for that first 5 minutes of that meeting, you got a junior enlisted or a junior officer speaking of what they know about leadership to this leadership group, right? So one, it takes them out of their comfort zone to speaking to a larger group with some rank behind it. And two, it lets that leadership see this person's capability of speaking in front of large groups and gets to know a little bit about them and what they think about what leadership is.
And to see each of the members kind of have the spotlight on them, who I would normally probably not meet in the course of their few years here, because we're spread out like a lot of Guard units. Again, traditional, I'm full-time. But to be able to see in 5 or 10 minutes what they bring to the fight here and what they do in their community, and how we've enabled that dual improvement for the value added there is just tremendous.
I mean, just sitting down with, doing a one-on-one with one of my employees as a manager at the Hartford, and trying to learn about them, try to find things to help them inspire, help them grow in their positions, help them develop to be future leaders at the Hartford. A lot of that I learned on the guard side, how to converse with people, how to do those one-on-ones, how to inspire them.
I think it makes sense for a company to invest in it. As diversity and inclusion, there's everybody that works for the company from all different walks of life, different nationalities, different sexes, different religious backgrounds and things like that. It's very important for a leader to be able to get the most out of who's working for them. And then a company as well, because they're only as strong as the people that work for them. So it makes sense that the Hartford would want to put in a program in place that trains people on how to recognize stereotypes or recognize people's thought process so that they can use skill sets and tools to better prepare them to get across to the people that report to them and therefore the people that make the company go.
The reason why diversity is so critical and HRAs have to lead this within the Air National Guard to make sure they understand how critical diversity is in this time frame in our lives. Think about what are the wars going to be like 30 years from now? Did we think we were going to be fighting the type of terrorists we're fighting now? No, right? But back 30 years ago, we had to start recruiting for the leaders of today, right? That are managing this war today, right? Today, we're recruiting the chiefs and the colonels for the war that's 25 years from now. So if we're not bringing in diverse people to understand what could happen 25 years from now or have the skills to lead 25 years from now, we're not going to be successful in the next thing that's going to occur.